I never made it, but I know.
Woohoo! What's going on, y'all? This is Todd Nitty. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Yo, I got a surprise coming for y'all, man. We're gonna get some good footage, boy. For real. I got some swaps going on. That's the only thing I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay? You're just gonna have to tune in. You got to wait and tune in. Because I got something to show you. You probably seen it before, but that's cool. But I ain't never done it yet, alright? So, yo, give it about another week. It should be in the mail. But in the meanwhile, you check out my stilo. Yeah. Rap brothers. Rap, baby. Word up. Gotta get me some more Byron's Fuel, by the way. Today, track day is coming up. It's been raining here. Right, today is sunny, but it's been raining, so I'm gonna carry this one to the track, that one to the track. I got a funny story about that one. That one, I actually screwed up the clutch on that one. I might have blew the motor because it became a runaway, believe it or not. So I'm running it right. I'm trying to tune it. Like, I got this one tuned to the T, for real. I'm tuning that one because it's been a while. You know, I call myself trying to run them so they won't be sitting. And all of a sudden, when I jumped the hill, see what happened was I didn't have all the screws in the battery box. I had one screw in there, and that was it. And it was only halfway. I totally forgot about that. You know, because I was just gonna crank them up, let them run a little bit, run circles in the yard, and that'd be it, right? So when I jumped the actual curve over there, the battery popped out of it. When the battery popped out of it, man, that throttle stayed open. It did not close up. So you guys tell me, you know, it's supposed to have some kind of mechanism on there where if the battery dies or your remote dies, you know, it's like everything goes back to normal, right? Well, in this case, that battery popped out of that. And the throttle stayed open. I had no control at all. So when it did that, it hopped the fence. It hopped the curve, hopped another curve, spun around, hit a tree, spun around, hopped another curve, all the way until it hopped on the ground, right? And so when it hopped on the ground and landed on its back, what happened was all that throttle, every bit of it, it wound it up all the way. Nope, no resistance at all. And so when it did that, I heard a pop, and it just died out. And so now, when I got the car, I looked at it, and I looked at the motor. I didn't take the motor out yet, but the actual clutch, the flywheel is shaking, right? And it's not moving the piston up and down. But when I really put some pressure to it, it moves the piston up and down. But you don't feel that compression, that little suction that usually engines have. You know, when it goes up and down, you don't feel that anymore. So I might have jacked that motor up, man. I might have jacked that motor up. That 2.1 I got in that buggy. I might have jacked that up, but that's okay because I got some new hotness coming in. I can't wait to show you guys. But right now, man, we're gonna get on this Traxxas. You know, I bought this for my son. And so what it is, you know, as you know, man, these things like the parachute. Like when you jump the hills, they parachute. Now, a lot of guys, they go get the bodies that's got the vents. You know, they got the window cut out and it's got the vents in the back, right? So, but me, I'm a cheapo. I talked to this other guy who races, and what he did, he drilled him a couple of holes in the windows. He told me cut out the window, a small portion of it, and then drill some holes in the back. That way when it come down, you're getting air going through it. It's going to keep it cool, and then it's not going to parachute as bad. So that's what I'm going to do. So, love it or hate it, man, I'm going to tell you, I'm a true brat brother. I love motors. You see that? That's a motor. Boom! That's a motor. Boom! Motor. Boom! Motor. Boom! But, motor. Boom! 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 I'm a brat brother for life. I am. But love it or hate it, I can't front. You gotta give a shout out to Traxxas, man. They ain't no slouch. You know, so a lot of this stuff ain't no slouches, man. Like these right here, this is the 2-wheel drive, the VXL and 3Ss, and that's pretty damn quick. That's got the brushless motor in it, and then they got the 4-wheel drive, and then they got a car, man, that's doing, 6S is like 80, 70 miles an hour. You know, and that's a electric. But I'm Brat for life, for real. Shout out to Border Joe. I hope I'm saying his name right. God. And shout out to RC Every Day and the rest of them, man. And Foundry RC. For real, I'm Brat for life. For real. I love the sound of an engine, man. And I like the challenge. I like nitro. I like the challenge of a nitro. And gas. Because to me, it's like working on your bike or your car. That's to me, it's like that. You know. And I love the wrenching. You see, I got all my tools and all that. I love wrenching, man. So, with the E-word, I don't know. You know, once you take this off, start wiring it. I feel like I ain't gonna say it. But anyway, I don't know. It feels like you're building some kind of contraption, man. But I tell you what, I can't front. The ease of use, you know, there it is. If you got a kid, you know, he's not tool savvy. He just wants something to play in the yard. E-word. Real. You know, but me, well, if you got a kid that likes to fix things, you know, they love electronics, robotics, they like engines, they like gas, they like oil, they like nitromethane, they like the whole shebang of it. All day long, man. Nitro, gas, real. As you see, go on my other videos, man. You see, I put a ton of work in this car. A lot of work, man, for real. Converted these wheels. These ain't the. This is a Rovin Baja 45cc. I just took and converted and made my own hubs, and took the wheels off of Mad Cats, and I put them on there. You know, I just like that. I like that look. I like that big wheel look like that. That's dope. You know, and I still got the original wheel that come with it. And then, of course, I did the carburetor, and then the better filter, as you can see. You know, that thing's a beast, man. I'm trying to find me a big enough football field or baseball field or park to run that in, because every time I run it into my yard, it tears my grass up. I'm saying it's that powerful. I mean, it's 45 cc's, man. But these things are fast, and I love it. And going to the track, that's what I mostly like doing, because it's relaxing, man. It really is. It's kind of like going to the real racetrack. You know, you fix up the car, you put it on the track, you see how it performs, you take it home, you twerk on it, get it to perform better. You put bigger engines on there, better engines in there. It's pretty dope, man. With E-word, you can't really do too much, man. Once you put all the motors and all that stuff into it, and the clutches and all that, it's like, that's it. You know what I mean? Charge up the batteries. Get ready for a new day. So that's the only issue I got with E-words. They're boring. But for a person that don't like to wrench, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So anyway, man, I'm finna drill these holes in this suckers, man. Give me a minute. I'll show you how it look. Alright, as you can see, I've already drilled a couple of holes in the back. Now, it's like the guy said, you don't want to cut all the way that open like that. Just a few holes. So that some of the air can escape through there. So it won't parachute as bad. And then what I'm going to do now is cut out those windows there. So what I'm going to do is I just got these super scissors from Harbor Freight, and we're going to see how these work. You know, usually you buy those hobby scissors. They cost a few bucks, but these right here are supposed to work pretty good, so we're going to see how these work. Hey, let me tell you something. That looks pretty good. Check that out. And I put a couple of holes in the back, so air flow through there to get more cooling. That's not bad. You know? I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if any of you guys know, or anybody that's watching this video know, that RC bodies are the toughest bodies to cut. Regular scissors, knives, forget about it. Even razors, man, forget about it. It will not cut that. Those bodies are tough. You got to actually get hobbyist kind of like scissors. Until today, these scissors are called super scissors from Harbor Freight, and they're $2. At a Hobby Lobby shop, they'd be $20. They're $2 at Harbor Freight, and they cut that. Look at that. They cut it good too, man. I mean, with no fighting. I just cut. These right here supposedly be able to cut through cans, small aluminum, and small little thin metals and things like that. And I'll tell you what, it did, man. $2. Super scissors from Harbor Freight. That's it, man. I think that's ready. And then on top of that, that's more airflow. And more airflow, definitely. Yeah, man. I think that's ready. And then I got the holes in the back. So I didn't want to cut a big opening like that. I just wanted to drill some holes so that air coming in there escape out of there. So when it jumps, it'll still have something to back off, but it'll let it escape just a little bit, so it'll get more of a flatter. I think that works, man. Or you can go ahead and just go buy the bodies. Like the bodies look better. And that way, when you buy the bodies, you can paint it yourself, stuff like that. But you're a newbie like me, you're a cheapo. I'm kind of going cheap on this. I like that. Just drill you a couple of holes and then cut the windows out. Kind of give it some style. I didn't cut the whole. I left that top banner, that Traxxas up there. That's dope. I just cut like a little window. Like that. You know what I'm saying? That's dope, man. Please rate, comment, subscribe, man. Like I said, stay tuned. Give it about another week. Probably about another week before it comes in, but we're going to get to work on that. Plus, I got suspension parts going on the truggy. And I'm going to get that buggy fixed. But, yeah, we're going to do some heart transplant. Stay tuned, Todd Nitty. Rate, comment, subscribe, man. I appreciate y'all watching these videos, man. I got so much stuff coming for y'all. I got some cool stuff coming for y'all. For real. Stay tuned, son.